And today we are unlocking how to find the perfect equation for your data using Desmos Regression. It is fast and easy, so let's get started. Desmos concept regression. With regression, Desmos can figure out the equation for you. When is it a good time to use a regression? Just the first one where they give you pointers on the function and ask you to come up with the equation. And the second one, typically when you see a table of values for x and y, and they want an equation. So here's a tip. You have to use x1 and y1 when making your equation. X and y will not work. And you have to use approximate sign, this one, not instead of equal sign. And the third one, just you need to know your equation formats, like a line is y is equals to mx plus b. So basic equation formulas for linear y is equals to mx plus b, and for quadratic y is equals to ax squared plus bx plus c, and for exponential y is equals to ab the power of x. So this was regression practice problems. Here is question number 1. Pointers -1,4 and -2,6 lie on a line. What is the y-intercept? So it asks us what is the y-intercept. So to calculate this just easily, you can use Desmos calculator. So our x1 is -1 and y value 4, and x -2 and y1 is 6, right? So next we write the linear equation for y1 and we should have to use approximate sign instead of equal sign. y1 m1 x1 plus b. So our m1 value is -2 and our b value is 2. So technically, to solve this question for the slope, just we can use slope formula, changing y over changing x, like y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. We can get the slope, which is -2, but to get y-intercept, just we can use easily Desmos calculator. So our constant value or b value is 2, which is y-intercept. Y-intercept means when we if we do just x1 or x value 0, then when we solve, our y value is constant, right? So our correct answer is for what is the y-intercept, just +2. So you can use Desmos for like this question on your SATs. So if this helped you, hit like and subscribe and drop a comment with your question. Keep plotting and keep learning. Peace out.